Hi, I'm Sarit Greenberg from Wool & Fun. We are in the Massiel Shawl C2C New Generation Cal, Part 1. We are going to do the Basic C2C. Row 1, increase square. The increase square is made, first of all, we are going to do the slip knot. And now we are going to start the increase square. We are going to make the chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here I want to give you a little tip, a little but helpful one. When we are made the chain 6, I always made 1, 2, 3 chain, and then I mark with my finger the chain 3, and then continue to work the 3 more chain. In total I have 6 chain. The finger mark are going to help me to find the third chain from hook. There I need to make my first DC. So chain 6, and now DC in the third chain from hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the third chain from the start, where I marked with my finger. So I yarn over and insert the hook and make a DC. Now I'm going to make DC in the remaining 2 chains. So you see I have here 2 remained chain. So I yarn over, insert to the first one, make DC, and the second DC in the next chain. So this is the increase square. I'm turn my work, and now I'm ready for row 2. You need always to keep the short tail in that position, so it's going to make the right shape of the shawl. Row 2, we are starting with the increase square. Each row starts with the increase square. So I'm going to make chain 3, mark it with my finger, and continue 4, 5, 6. DC in the third chain from hook, so it's the chain that marks with my finger, and I make a DC, and then DC in the next 2 remain chain. 1 DC and the second DC. Now I need to do the basic square. The basic square start with a slip stitch into next chain 3 space made in the previous row. So the chain 3 space is this space. I have here the 3 chain that made when I made the first DC. So I insert my hook and make a slip stitch, then chain 3 and 3 DC in the same space. 1, 2, 3. So this is a row 2 before the turn. And now I'm going to turn my work and start the row 3. Again, I'm starting with the increase square. So 1, 2, 3, mark, 4, 5, 6. This in the third chain from hook, and this in the remaining chain, 2 chains. And now I need to do the basic square until the end of the row. So now I'm going to have 2 chain 3 space, and I need to do 2 basic square. So I'm making the slip stitch into the next 3 space that made in the previous row, slip stitch, 3 chain and 3 DC in the same space. This is the basic C2C square, and another basic here. Okay, this is the end of row 3 before turning the work, and now I continue in the same method for the next rows. I want to give you another tip. The number of square I have each row is the number of the rows. It means in row 3 I have 3 squares. In row 4 I will have 4 squares. In row 10 I will have 10 squares. This is how you know that you are doing right. So I'm turning and start the row 4. I start with the increase square, making 3 chain, 4, 5, 6. This in the third chain from hook, and again it's the chain that I mark with my finger. And now I need to do the basic square until end of row. So the next 3 chain spaces here. Going to do the slip stitch, 3 chain and 3 DC. Another basic square, slip stitch in the next chain 3, 3 chain and 3 DC, and the last one, slip stitch, 3 chain and 3 DC. I'm turn my work, and this is end of row 4. Now you are going to continue till row 11, or if you want to make a corner to corner with a basic square, you can go and continue to the size you want. So thank you being with me, and I see you next part.